This
process like
conference will now be recorded.
individual purchase order, where first thing the customer will place an order to the company, and based on that particular order, company is going to be placing an order to the vendor, which we try to call it as purchase order. And this time the vendor is going to be supplying the products to the company, and company is going to be supplying the products to the customer over here. At the same time, vendor is going to be charging the company, and based on that, company is going to be charging the customer. So it's a combination of SD forward cycle and MM forward cycle working together over here. Now, here the first thing, when we try to go for creation of a material, make sure we try to go for activating item category group as bands, PANC. That's the only change we need to do when we talk about this IPO process. Rest of the fields, whatever the things what we maintain for our third party sales, it's going to be the same thing. And we need to run the cycle, like where, as I mentioned, like first step, customer is going to be placing an order, and at the time of creating an order, we need to check item category need to be copied as tab, and scheduling category need to be copied up as CB. So I'm trying to work out with our order creation now. So go for creating an order VA01. I'm trying to work out with our okay, OR as a document type. So there's our sold to party. Now enter the material. So trade is our product. 120 stock is what? TRM. So there's our product, third party. Like first thing, check whether item category has been activated as tab or not over here. Once you check this one, get into item data. Under conditions tab, try to maintain the price. So price, I'm trying to maintain with the help of a condition type PR00, and I'm trying to maintain the price over here. So let's say the price is going to be around 18,000 rupees. There's the price at which I'm trying to sell the product. So getting to schedulize, check out the scheduling category need to be activated as CB. Then purchase requisition tab will be enabled up. So look for the document type, use it for purchase requisition, and try to maintain all the values required. So whatever information you want to update from SD to MM, that is going to be done to this purchase requisition. So maintain all the parameters required over here, and then make sure these two checkboxes are active. GR and IR, these two checkboxes should be active. Okay, and who is the vendor to whom the company is going to be placing an order? Check out the vendor details information. Come back to the main screen and try to save this one. So, okay, this is fine. Try to save this one. So along with this order in the backend, a program is going to be getting executed and a purchase requisition document is going to be getting generated up. The purchase requisition document has been generated. If you want to check out that purchase requisition document, get into change mode of this order, get into item data, scheduling tab, and check out the purchase requisition. Okay, now with the help of this purchase requisition, now comes the next step. Now what happens? Company is going to be placing a purchase order to our vendor. Company is going to be placing purchase order to the vendor. For that, get into ME21 end transaction code, document overview on, selection variant, my purchase requisition tab. So select the latest purchase requisition and click on adopt. Okay, I'm just trying to maintain the value. Let's say vendor is trying to sell the product at the rate of 10,000 rupees for the company. Okay, so copy this one and try to release this purchase requisition. So to release this purchase requisition, first thing, try to get into logistics tab, material management, purchasing, purchase requisition, and release. ME54N is the transaction code. Okay. Now here, try to click on this other document. Now maintain whichever purchase requisition you need to release it. Now what? Now first thing, make sure you get into change mode of this purchase requisition. And now if you just come down, try to release it. Now save this one. Now once you save it, now try to go for creating a purchase order. So get into ME21N transaction code, document overview on, selection variant, my purchase requisitions. So select the latest purchase requisition and click on adopt. Okay. So maintain the input price over here. So I'm trying to maintain the input price as 10,000 rupees. Now once you maintain this information, now what? Now get into invoice tab. So try to maintain the tax code. And now if you click on this taxes, tax amount need to be displayed up over here, the percentage. And then if you get into delivery address tab, here we need to basically check plant address need to be getting displayed up over here. Okay, so check all these values. And I'm just trying to maintain this output type so that we don't get any kind of an error message. Come back, check. And once we get this message, try to save this purchase order. So purchase order has been created. So company has placed purchase order to the vendor. Now what vendor will be doing? Now vendor will be supplying the products to the company. So where we are going to be working with a concept called as goods receipt with reference to purchase order, and movement type need to be checked out as 101E over here. Now check this one. So if you get into MIGO transaction code, so maintain our purchase order document number and try to release it. Okay, this one also need to be released. So get into ME59N transaction code. ME29N. Okay, now here I'm just trying to release this one. So copy this purchase order number, other document. Now how to release it? So get into release strategy and try to release it. Okay, now save this one. Now perform the goods receipt. So get into MIGO. So maintain our purchase order number, click on execute. So all the values has been copied up over here. And you can see whatever stock we are trying to receive it is getting reserved again this particular order 22212. The stock is getting reserved again this particular order, and the movement type is going to be 101E over here. And the stock is getting updated in our plant in this particular storage location. These are the values what you need to check at the time of performing goods receipt. And whatever stock we are going to be updating, it will be updated under unrestricted use over here. So click on item OK, check. And once we get this message, click on post. Stock will be posted up. Done. Okay. Now if you get into inventory, MMBE, for that particular product, third, click on execute option over here. And you can see the stock is getting updated against order. So if you double click on it, we come to know. So we have two orders for which delivery need to be done. We have two orders for which delivery need to be done. One for 120 units and another one also for 120 units. Okay. Now once vendor has supplied the stock to the company, what is the next step? Vendor need to issue a bill to the company, and we need to cross check it and post that information to the finance department for releasing the payment. And we try to call this one as invoice verification. So try to work it out. So if you execute MIRO transaction code, that's going to be the screen. So maintain the purchase order number, click on enter, maintain the date information over here. Just give me a second. MIRO. Someone is trying to do all these changes. I don't know for what reason they are doing it, but let's try to skip this one. Anyway, this one is going to be taken care by your MM, so we can ignore it. Now comes the next step, where company is going to be delivering the stock to the customer. Company will deliver the products to the customer. Now, this is what we call it as outbound delivery. And transaction code to work with this is going to be VL01N, and it's the normal delivery process itself. Document type need to be taken as LF, standard delivery. And here we need to work out with the movement type. So movement type will be taken as 601 itself. So do this one. So if you work with VL01N transaction code, so this is the order for which we try to perform the delivery. So maintain all the required values. Now do the picking. So where I'm trying to pick a stock from our storage location 120 quantity. And if you want to check out the movement type 601 and try to perform PGI. Now, once delivery has been done, now company is going to be charging the customer. So that is going to be the sixth and final step. Company will bill the customer. So we are going to be issuing an commercial invoice. Transaction code for this is going to be VF01. And the billing document type we are going to be running it is going to be taken as F2, commercial invoice. And it's going to be the concept of delivery related billing concept. It's a concept of delivery related billing. Now do this one. So if you execute VF01, click on enter. So you can see we are trying to bill the customer for total stock of 120 units over here. So there's a net value coming up. There's a net value coming up and there's a tax amount. You can see all that information over here and try to save this one. And try to save this one over here. Done. Okay. Now, in case if you want to resolve this one, error in account determination, first thing, try to get into change mode and try to release it manually. Now, still it is not clear. Click on environment, account determination analysis, revenue account. Now we need to maintain this particular configuration over here. For a condition type KOFK, we need to maintain this one. You can simply get into VKOA transaction code. So get into VKOA transaction code, select the first table. Here, I'm trying to click on buy content, sales stock. We are working with Sam. Okay, I'm just trying to copy all of them. I'm trying to maintain with KOFK over here. That's going to be the condition type we work it. Maintain it with the KOFK and try to save it. Now work it out. Now try to release it. VF02. Now try to release it. Okay, so create GL account as a costing element for SAIN. Fine. So let me do this FS00. 8 lakhs GL account. Edit cost element. Now from which date? From 16th. So maintain it. Come back and try to save it. Done. So cost element has been created. Now try to release it once again. Okay, anyway, it's okay if you're not able to resolve that one as well, but this how the total cycle is going to be working. So the process, as I mentioned, is going to be starting with SD and closing with SD. In between, is trying to work it out. Now here, there are going to be few things we need to understand it. So if you look for the controls over here, the item category has been copied as tab. If you want to know the controls maintained. So get into VO V7 transaction code. Get into VO V7. So if you get into VO V7, so pick up item category tab over here. And if you get into details of this tab, now there are a few things which has been maintained up. Special stock indicator has been activated as E. This is the first thing we need to check. Special stock indicator has been activated as E, where we are trying to tell the system it's nothing but order on hand. So that's the reason whenever you try to check out the stock in the inventory, stock is going to be getting reserved for a particular order because of this particular setting which has been maintained. And it's a concept of delivery related billing. It's going to be relevant for pricing. These checkboxes are maintained. And schedule lines allowed checkbox is active over here. Schedule lines allowed checkbox is active. It's relevant for delivery. It's relevant for delivery. Okay, so check out these things over here. Now, the same thing I'm trying to maintain billing relevance. So there is one more field we need to maintain. Special stock indicator. Will be maintained as E, order on hand. Now, in the same way, if you get into item category, scheduling category controls over here. So if you get into VOV6 transaction code, so select our scheduling category, which is going to be CB. And if you get into details of the CB thing, here we can see a moment type specified. So moment type used for creation of delivery has been maintained as 601. So that's the reason when you try to create an order, moment type is going to be getting copied. Okay, so order 601, document type used for creating a purchase requisition NB, item category will be maintained as 0, account assignment category will be maintained as E. These fields are going to be with reference to module, not with reference to SD, with reference to And these two checkboxes, item relevant for delivery, need to be activated. Item relevant for delivery need to be activated over here. Okay, so these are the things what you need to check out. So movement type is one. Movement type need to be maintained as 601. The purchase, this one, item category will be maintained as 0 standards. And account assignment category need to be maintained as E, customer individual requirement. These are the settings you need to maintain up over here. These are the settings what you need to maintain up over here. Okay, so this is going to be the concept of your IPO process. So how to work with this particular cycle. So we're done with all this SDMM integration part, working with all the scenarios. Stock transfers, we're done with that, and the trading scenarios as well. These two concepts has been completed. Now, the next concept where we need to start working out is going to be FI integration. So we already worked with SDFI integration by a topic called as a revenue account determination. Now we need to start working out with these three more: credit management, rebates, and taxes. So I'm just trying to start working out with credit management concept. That's the one. Now this credit management is all about how to offer the goods on credit to the customer. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, so this is going to be our next concept, which is going to be the credit management. Now, in this particular topic, what happens, like we try to fix up the credit limit. We try to fix up the credit limit of the customers. Now, how we are going to be fixing up the credit limits of the customer over here? That's what we need to know. Now, based on two parameters, based on payment history. That's the first one, based on payment history. And second one, based on number of transactions. Based on number of transactions over here. Based on payment history, based on number of transactions, we try to fix up the credit limit of the customers. Okay, so that's going to be what we need to work it out. So how company will be offering the goods on credit? So what are the parameters which are going to be taken into consideration for this, and how this particular process is going to be working? Now, here in SAP, we have two types of credit checks to work out. One, we going to be calling it as an types of credit checks. I have two types of credit check. One, we call it as a simple credit check. And second one, automatic credit check. And again, in automatic credit check, we have scenarios. One on the name of static credit check. And second one, dynamic credit check. One on the name of static credit check, second one, dynamic credit check. Okay, so we need to understand this particular concepts over here and how it's going to be running. Static credit check and dynamic credit check over here. Now, if you want to work with this credit management, there are going to be certain terms we need to be having a knowledge on. So one, on the concept of open quotations. The quotation which has been, open orders. We don't work with this open quotations because it's a concept of our pre-sale. Open orders. Orders which are due for delivery. Orders which are due for delivery, we are going to be calling it as open orders. Second one, open delivery. Okay, so deliveries which are due for billing. Delivery which are due for billing, we call it as open deliveries. And next one, open billing. Okay, billing document generated but not posted to the finance department. But not posted to the finance department. Okay, so billing document generated but not posted to the finance department. And open items. So posted to the finance department but not received the payment. But not received the payment. So these are all going to be the things which you need to be having a knowledge on how to work out. Open orders, open deliveries, open billing, and open items over here. Now, how to work with these things, we need to have a knowledge. If you know all these things, then understanding credit management concept is going to be easy to work out. Easy to work out. So these things I'm going to be starting it in tomorrow's class. So first, I try to basically explain all these particular terms used with an example, and then we try to do the configuration for this. So as I mentioned, it's a concept of SD-FI integration, like what all configurations we need to do from the backend. We try to do all those things, and we start running the cycle as well. we start running the cycle. Okay. So let's try to meet up tomorrow and continue this one.
Hello.
Yeah, Imran.
Brother, please try to send the video, brother, first dated 1, 2, 13, 15, and today's class. Till now, we haven't received any videos. For this month, we just got only fourth dated video. I'll remind you in WhatsApp, brother. Okay. Hello.